So in this chapter, we're discussing about Negotiable Instruments Act. But before that, there is a small act which I have not mentioned earlier, that is Securities Contract Regulation Act. This was enacted in order to prevent undesirable transactions in the securities and to regulate working of stock exchanges in the country. So just remember what is the purpose of Securities Contract Act. Then there is Banking Regulation Act, which we already discussed in the previous chapter, so we are not going to repeat that here. So coming to Negotiable Instruments Act, negotiable instrument, as we have discussed in the previous chapter, that is a piece of paper which entitles a person to a sum of money and which is transferable by endorsement from one person to another. So some of the key sections of the Negotiable Instruments Act are: Section 4 defines the promissory note. Promissory note is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional undertaking signed by the maker to pay a certain sum of money to the order of a certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. Then Section 5 defines a bill of exchange. Bill of exchange is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional order directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money only to or to the order of a certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. Then check is defined in Section 6. Check is a bill of exchange. It is drawn on a specified banker, okay, and it's not expressed to be payable otherwise than on demand. So all checks are bills of exchange, but all bills are not checks. Then there is a check, Section 18, which says that, say for example, in your check you have written one there's a discrepancy in figures and words. So in a check you have to write the amount both in words and figures. So say you have written words you have written 1000, whereas figures it is 10,000 with 4 zeros. So if the amount undertaking is stated differently in figures and words, then the amount stated in words shall prevail. Okay, so if I have written 10,000 in figures, 1 0 0 0 0, 4 zeros, but whereas in words you have written 1000 only, then whatever is written in words will prevail. This is the law, Section 18, but in practice banks will ask you to change it. Okay, they'll even ask to change that 10,000 in figures to 1,000 and get it signed. Okay, so that is the practice. Okay. So one important section you have to remember is Section 138 in Negotiable Instruments Act. So this is regarding dishonor of checks. For example, I have to give you some money, and in the place of cash I have given you a check, and you deposit it in a bank, but it gets returned, it gets bounced due to insufficient funds in my account. This is known as dishonor of check. So let us see what happens in such a case. So check can only be dishonored by non-payment. Okay. So Section 138 deals with Negotiable Instruments Act regarding dishonor of checks. So when a check is dishonored, the drawee banks will issue what is known as a check return memo. So I have given you a check without sufficient funds in my account. You have taken the check and deposited with your banker, but that has returned due to insufficient funds in my account. So they'll give you what is known as a check return memo, mentioning the reason for non-payment. Okay. So the banker then gives the dishonored check and the memo to the payee. The payee has to send the notice. You have to send the notice to me within 30 days from the date of receiving this memo. The notice should mention the check amount has to be paid within 15 days from the date of receipt of this notice. And if it's not paid within 30 days, then you can proceed as per Section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act, and this will be a criminal complaint. Okay. So on receiving the complaint, the court will issue summons and hear the matter. If found guilty, the defaulter can be punished with maximum penalty of twice the amount of the check or imprisonment up to 2 years. And also, if there is a repeated occurrence of this bounce checks, banks has the right to stop the checkbook facility and even close the account. So in interviews, they'll ask you like, what is negotiable instrument? What is a promissory note? Which section of Negotiable Instruments Act deals with dishonor of check? That is Section 138. What is the check return memo? We've seen that. And what is the process followed by banks when the check is bounced?